Good morning, Hosho staff, students, and families. Yateaben. Today is Wednesday, September 16th, and we're ready to start our day. So everyone, please stand. Your eyes are on the flag. Voices are off. Bodies are still. Place your right hand over your heart. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We, the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, and secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our posterity, do ordain and establish this Constitution for the United States of America. Good morning, everyone. Let's get right to work with some music that Mrs. Neff has put on our playlist, and I'll play a little bit of it. You tell me who we are listening to, the name of the piece, and the composer. Okay, friends, we listened to a little bit more of that because this is a new piece of music that we have not heard before, and we don't get to listen to the whole thing. When you used to come to school, we would play the whole piece in the morning before we start the school day. But unfortunately, we only get to listen to, this time it was 57 seconds, and I'm not sure that was all playing time. So if you get a chance, go online and listen to it. So who are we listening to? Who's the composer? Female composer. Did you shout it out? Clara Schumann, did you say? That's right. And the name of the piece is Piano Concerto in A minor, Opus 7. That's a lot to remember. Piano Concerto in A minor, Opus 7. Clara Schumann, German female composer in the mid-1800s who wrote that selection, composed that selection when she was a teenager. So lots of the people that we have listened to, like Mozart was a child prodigy, meaning that he was, as a child, very proficient, very good at composing and playing music. And Beethoven, not only was he very proficient, but at some point he became deaf and was still able to compose music that we still listen to today. So we have some very talented musicians in history that we can learn a lot from and enjoy. Okay, how about we do one selection from last year? How about this one? Okay, friends, what are we listening to? The Carnival of the Animals, The Swan by Camille Saint-Saëns. That's right. And who were we just talking about? Who is it? Beethoven and what symphony? Fifth Symphony. That's right. And this one? Who's that? That's right, Mozart. Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart. And it's Eine kleine Nachtmusik. That's right. Or Serenade number 13. Okay. So for a poem this week, we told you about a town in the United States. The name of the poem is the name of a town, a city and a state. Knoxville, Tennessee, by Nikki Giovanni. And an African-American poet who went to visit Knoxville, Tennessee, where her family, her grandparents lived. She'd go there and visit in the summer. Have you done that before? Have you gone to visit a family member every summer or go to a special place to visit once a year? So this is her experience of traveling to Knoxville, Tennessee. I always like summer best. You can eat fresh corn from Daddy's garden and okra and greens and cabbage and lots of barbecue and buttermilk and homemade ice cream at the church picnic and listen to gospel music outside at the church homecoming and go to the mountains with your grandmother and go barefooted and be warm all the time, not only when you go to bed and sleep. What a fun thing to have an experience that you remember and then to put it in words for other people to share. So her experience is something she put in a poem for us to listen to. And even though, well, I've been to Knoxville, Tennessee, like I told you, because that's where my father's sister and her family live. But many people have not been to Knoxville, Tennessee. But you get an experience from being in Knoxville, Tennessee, or her experience of what it was like. And it sort of makes you feel like, what's the Knoxville, Tennessee in my life? Where did I go? What did I do? Or maybe I need to make some memories and be thinking about the things that are important to me. Okay, so this week for our artwork, who's our artist? I'm going to disappear for a minute. Mary Cassatt. And this is Children Playing on the Beach. All right, same artist. What's her name? Mary Cassatt. And this is called The Boating Party. So it's not a party in the sense of birthday party, holiday party. This is party as in a group of people, like party of 3 when you go to a restaurant. So here's a boating party, a group of people boating. Mary Cassatt was very popular for, or very well known for doing images of mothers and children. Lots of children, lots of women and children, mothers and children. So the dad or the friend snuck into this one, but usually it's just mom and child. So that's the boating party. What is this one? Nor'easter by Winslow Homer. That's right. All right, I'm going to reach into my pile here and see if you can tell me. The Last Supper by Leonardo da Vinci. That's right. Girl with Watering Can by Renoir. Washington Crossing the Delaware by Manuel Loitza. Okay, so let's look at some architecture. Washington Monument, U.S. Capitol Building, White House, just the front this time, Lincoln Memorial, and the Jefferson Memorial. And all of those monuments and buildings are found where? Washington, D.C. That's right. Hopefully we can go there and visit one day. See all these things that we see in pictures. Okay. We're going to talk a little bit more about the Constitution. And because tomorrow is actually Constitution Day. We celebrate Constitution Day, September 17th. when our first Constitution, the Constitution of the United States, and it is the longest lasting Constitution in the world. In the world. So September 17th, 1787, our Constitution was signed. But it wasn't ratified right away. Not all of the states were happy with the Constitution because it starts with the preamble, right? The introduction, which we all know, we the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, you know. So we have that preamble, there's the introduction that says the purpose of the Constitution. And the purpose of the Constitution is to, we the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, and secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our posterity. That's why we have the Constitution. That's what it's supposed to do. And when they wrote the Constitution, the Founding Fathers together, it has all the rules about how the government will run. And so we talked about that separation of powers. Remember, we said we have 3 branches of government, which are the executive and the legislative and the judicial. So there are 3 branches of government. That's all laid out in the Constitution. But one of the things that was not laid out carefully the first time it was brought up for a vote was it didn't have a lot of the rights of the individual people. So remember in the Declaration of Independence when we said we have certain unalienable rights that are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, and that governments are supposed to secure those rights for us. So in the Constitution itself, in the laws of our land, which, by the way, I've lost my paper here, lost in the midst of all these other papers here, but we just looked at this. The laws of the land, the U.S. Capitol building, that's where all our laws are made, all based on the Constitution. All our laws have to be constitutional. So that means it has to agree with what the Constitution has given us for rights. But when they first had the Constitution, it did not have what we call the Bill of Rights, which are the first 10 amendments. An amendment is a change. To amend something is to make it a little different. So James Madison, who was which president, what number? 4th president, wrote out these amendments. I believe there were 12, but 10 got passed, and 10 are the ones that are what we call the Bill of Rights. It's very important. You hear it all the time. And so I want Hojo students to know what are those rights that we have. And so the first one, the first amendment is Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof. That's the first part of the First Amendment. So what's that saying? That Congress, the people who work here, can make no law. The Constitution says they can make no laws respecting the establishment of religion. So there can be no state religion in the United States. So that the government can't say everybody must be Christian or everybody must be Jewish or everybody must be Muslim. They can't say that. They can make no laws that will say what everybody has to practice for religion or that they have to at all. You have the freedom to not practice religion. Or they can make no laws to prohibit the free exercise of religion. So you can practice whatever religion, and the state can't say, the government cannot punish you and cannot take away those rights for you to practice any religion. So that first part of the First Amendment to the Constitution, the first part of the Bill of Rights, we're going to learn these amendments. So the First Amendment, I just want you to practice this part with me. Congress shall make no law. Your turn, you say it. Respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof. That's right. Congress shall make no law respecting the establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof. You can practice whatever religion you want. So let's say that part again together. Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof. One more time. Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof. There's a few more freedoms that are outlined in that First Amendment, and we'll go over those as we go forward. But we're kicking off. This is Constitution. Tomorrow's Constitution Day. This is Constitution Week. And so we are going to learn the Bill of Rights, which are the first 10 amendments to the U.S. Constitution. Okay, we do have a couple of birthdays today. Gina and Giada having a birthday. Happy birthday, girls. I wish you were here. All right. There are no announcements that are nothing new. Just keep working really hard on your online. We should have some information about the start of language class, PE class, and art class within the next few days. So just be watching for that announcement. So let's do our student pledge. I will do the good, I will learn the true, and I will love the beautiful. And I hope you have a great day today.